Finding a comfortable place to sit, layering on if you're feeling chilled. My intention is to take us through a few rounds, 4 rounds of 2 minutes of some heat building breathing practices. Each of those will be a little bit different, and then we'll conclude as well as begin with some slow, steady, deep breaths. So with that, slow, steady, deep breath to begin, we'll go into a Kapalabhati for 2 minutes, beginning and re-beginning as often as you need to. The Kapalabhati is that forced exhale of the belly drawing back. Breath goes out through the nose, passively inhale. Take a reset of just a few breaths, a few seconds. Second round will be Bhastrika, with or without the arm movements. This is a flaring of the ribs, like you're bellowing oxygen into a fire. The third round will be giving ourselves a high five. You could do that above you. You could do that in front of you. You could do that in your own imagination, whatever is comfortable for you. And in the fourth round that we come back to, you'll get to choose one of those earlier 3, Kapalabhati, Bhastrika, or the high five to help hijack your neurological system for connection and touch. All right? So ground into your sits bones, stabilize and support, and breathe. When you are ready, round 1, Kapalabhati, forced exhale, passive inhale. It's like a bug gets in your nose. Again, remember, reset when you need to, take a pause, begin again, or release to that calm and easy breath. Release that pranayama and take at least a few breaths to calm and steady before we begin round 2, Bhastrika, or bellows breath. This is the flaring of the ribs, and it's a gentle but a forced inhale and an evenly forced exhale. Arms are optional. Good. Release the pranayama. Release the movement of the arms, the mudra. Steady. And this one's a free flowing. We're going to touch the body. If you've got the energy and it's not straining on the shoulders, you can clap the hands. Otherwise, you can give yourself a hug, moving as fast or as slowly as you need to feel that shift. And begin. I love that, sneaking in a little pat. What a great example of some loving touch. Good job. Change the pattern. Take a brief breath. Opportunity to recalibrate and begin again. Final minute. My breath has lost its rhythm, right? That's okay. Notice it. And then when you're ready, recalibrate. And we're just about done with this sequence. So maybe that's a more gentle movement of the arms, a more gentle or slowing pace of the breath. A little sounding to help release any tension that might have creeped in. Give yourself a hug. Breathe. As the heart rate steadies, as the breath slows, send some loving attention to your body, to your spirit, to your breath. And the arms can stay here as long as it feels good. The arms can also begin to return to a resting placement as we steady the mind, the breath, and the body. Notice the heat that you've generated by way of your focus of the mind, your movement of the body, and the effort of energy. You created that heat, your power, your will. Notice how easily you start to dissipate from that effort. You create this ease by permission of the mind, by controlling the flow of breath, and by choosing the shape of your expression in the body. Well done. Deepen the breath. Take a sun breath up and open. Cool down. Hands come together. What is it that you noticed? Maybe you've noticed it as well. I forgot the fourth round. Just breathing. It's just being in the practice. So if you want that fourth round to repeat one of your favorites, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, if you're feeling grounded and connected, steady, now's a chance to step into what's next more mindfully, with more compassion and more centering. May you breathe deeply, move freely, labor lovingly, so you may live vibrantly. Namaste. If you have questions, comments, please stay on, unmute yourself, and ask away. This, like many of the other short practices here at Life's Work Yoga, are broadcast on our Life's Work Yoga YouTube channel. So you are more than welcome to come back and revisit this practice as often as you need to, or join me here in live. Monday is meditation. Wednesday is the movement, the breathe, move, rest, the compilation of all three. And Friday, just breathe. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do a little bit of a different, more coaching philosophy to integrate the teachings of yoga with real life, modern living. So, any questions, comments, thoughts?
More of a comment than anything. Maybe a question if you want to fill me in on this. This is the first time, I told you before about having like a panic response in my core, but this time my whole face was vibrating at the end of that practice. It felt really, really cool, but also a little scary.
Okay, good to notice, right? What is our practice? Observe and comment, even if it's just to yourself. Watch what happens, right? Good. Is that still elevated, kind of that fear factor, or did it come back down, James?
No, it came back down while we were just breathing afterwards.
Excellent. Good. Good. Always a good strategy, particularly when you tickle the edges of control on one end or the other, is to bring it back to steady and stable so that when you re-enter life, you're not entering from an elevated state of the nervous system, the sympathetic, back to that easeful, okay, I got this, right? But when we can touch that in the control of our breath practice, it helps us to not only recognize it when it shows up unintentionally or subconsciously in the rest of our world, and know that we have the choice by way of the power of our attention and our breath control to literally change our neurology, change our psychology by way of this practice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'll see you all soon. Thanks so much for being here. Bye now.